corduroy feels stiff today, pulled from the cedar chest where summer slept. The ridged weave catches on my fingertips, recalling 40 August we once kept. You wore this jacket on the boardwalk railing when evening breezes turn the tide away. The porch chairs sit draped in heavy canvas cloth, and shadow lines shorten on the wooden floor. A single turn of breeze begins to chill the glass, and sudden yellow leaves collect beside our door. I hold a threaded sleeve and hear the carnival band, while cool September winds replace the salt on my hand. We walk through drying grass before the light grew cold, and traded summer promises for stories to be told. The seasonal shift arrives without a single sound, as quiet amber acorns drop upon the ground. Frayed cotton towels from the beach house drawer still hold the faint perfume of lotion pine. I smooth the wrinkles on the kitchen bench and pour a cup of tea to pass the time. The crickets slow their rhythm in the lawn as swallows gather on the wire above. We spent a lifetime watching seasons turn around, from barefoot shoreline walking to the frost-bound ground. I fold the linen shirts and stack them in a row, understanding why the summer had to go. The wool is resting gently on my lap. A cool wind turns the window frame to gray. Autumn takes its place beside the quiet hall. We keep the inner warmth another day. Bruised pears and damp cedar drifted through the screen door. Claire turned the brass handle with a steady hand. The porch light flickered off against the cooling shore, where August left its sandals in the garden sand. A sudden breeze carried wood smoke and river mud, calling back the shadows from the lower lawn. She stacked the wicker chairs against the wooden siding. The porch swing creaked once and settled into rest, no louder than a secret that the wind was hiding. October pulled its cardigan across her chest. The lemon trees retreated to the heated pantry floor, Old neighbor Thomas raked the copper leaves into a crest. A chill swept down the hallway where the sunlight stood before, and summer packed its linen shirts inside a cedar chest. Now golden quiet gathers in the hollows of the town, as gentle amber shadows pull the velvet curtain down. The orchard smell grew sharper in the early haze. She set a pewter kettle on the iron stove. The crickets sang their coda for the dogwood days, while sparrows left the branches in the birchwood grove. Her afternoon drifted softly into tea and toast, as yellow leaves spun circles on the damp highway. The lemon trees retreated to the heated pantry floor. Old neighbor Thomas raked the copper leaves into a crest. A chill swept down the hallway where the sunlight stood before, and summer packed its linen shirts inside a cedar chest. Now golden quiet gathers in the hollows of the town, as gentle amber shadows pull the velvet curtain down. Oh, no sudden tempest broke the gentle air, just quiet copper falling on the wooden stair. She watched the swallows vanish past the granary spire, and turned to lay the kindling for an evening fire. Damp pine and distant chimneys filled the lane. She drew the lace curtains close against the pane. September had departed without saying goodbye. A calm red harvest moon climbed up the evening sky. You said yesterday that afternoon shadows reached the white fence 20 minutes early. A forgotten garden hose coils in the grass, and the patio tiles feel cold through cotton socks. The yellow melon vines have turned to string, while a solitary robin tests the lower branch. The porch thermometer reads 62. The screen door swings without its summer creak. Small details stack up quietly in a row, showing where the August heat began to leak. A cedar leaf lands floating in the water bowl, while copper edges creep along the maple scroll. The porch cushions gather in a bedroom stack, and no one asks when humid days are coming back. The orchard air turns crisp and smells as quiet autumn steps across the boundary line. The clothesline holds just 2 heavy cardigan sleeves, drying beside a sack of dried hydrangea leaves. The neighbor parked his mower underneath the shed and pulled a flannel shirt out, painted deep in red. The ice cream truck has turned its tiny speakers down, leaving a softer rhythm for our sleeping town. The swimmer's towel hanging on the wooden rail has lost its brightness under evening hail. We trade the cold lemonade for cinnamon brew, and notice how the twilight turns a darker blue. You said yesterday the nights were getting long. The quiet porch agrees with every word. A single dry leaf scrapes along the stone. Summer leaves its coat and walks away alone. An old recollection snapped the quiet of the parlor. The blue velvet cushions held the chill of September air. Beyond the lace curtains, the green garden shed stood open, where rusted hedge clippers rested beside a wicker chair. A breeze moved the wallpaper, pale where the picture hung. The gold on the lawn grows longer each evening. The song of the cicadas is fading away. A wool tartan blanket replaces the linen sheet, and twilight arrives before 5 every day. Dry leaves roll softly across the flagstone patio floor, while chilly gusts rattle the brass on the kitchen door. The orchard grows cold where the heavy red apples drop down, and amber light settles over the quieted town. A forgotten straw basket sits empty upon the stone step. The porch lamp hums faintly as swallows fly south in a line. The copper tea kettle begins its low whistle inside, while shadows stretch long through the boughs of the yellow pine. The lawnmower rests in the shadow of stacked firewood logs. A thick bank of mist settles slow on the valley below. The season has shifted without any sound or alarm, and summer surrenders the fields that it used to know. The tea in the stoneware turns cold by the window pane. A single brown acorn drops down on the gravel track. We pull on our sweaters as dusk settles over the dry The long warm days are gone and won't be coming back. Why does the porch swing keep drifting without any breeze? I trace a loose thread on the hem of my cardigan sleeve. The neighbor's hydrangeas are turning to parchment and rust, and summer was here just a minute ago in the dust. I wonder if sparrows remember the warmth on the sand, or if they just follow the chill in the palm of my hand. The ice in the pitcher has melted to quiet and still. A shadow creeps over the pine at the crest of the hill. I count every coat on the rack by the kitchen back door, noticing sunlight don't reach where it landed before. An old heavy quilt takes the place of the cotton today, while dry yellow leaves settle down where the neighborhood played. The marigolds wither as chill winds whistle a tune. Soft amber light cuts a path through the afternoon. I gather the lawn chairs and latch up the orchard back gate, knowing September arrived while I sat up till late. Did I leave the garden hose coiled in the tangle of weeds? My cup of dark tea holds a drift of tiny pine seeds. The swallows are gathering lines on the telephone wire. I catch myself thinking of logs for an evening fire. One slipper is under the chair, but the other is lost. I wonder how many more days till the grass turns to frost. A peach on the counter is soft with its velvety skin. The clock on the mantel ticks loud as the evening comes in. The summer was lovely, but summer was tired and slow. And autumn steps into the room with nowhere else to go. Where did the crickets go, singing their late July song? A brown leaf floats down where the lawn sprinkler used to belong. I pull the blinds down to the sill. The kettle starts singing. The air turns to still. Two seashells sitting by the butter dish are still holding on to July. I touch the smooth ridge with a quiet thumb and watch a pale crow flying by. The breeze coming in through the screen has lost all its heavy damp heat. The porch rug is dry and the lawnmower rests at the edge of our dead-end street. The ice in my tea doesn't melt anymore before I can finish the glass. I set down my spoon on the table and watch the light fade on the grass. The green maple branches are turning to gold. The yellow wasp lingers along the back screen. I put away sandals before they grow cold and scrub every glass till it's shiny and clean. September is filling the garden with chill, where August was dancing and warm on the sill. The linen shirt hanging behind the pantry door can go in the cedar trunk upstairs. I count out 4 apples I brought from the farm to peel for our simple night prayers. My knees feel the draft coming under the rug a little bit sooner this year. I pull the gray wool coat around my shoulders and smile at the peace staying here. The ice in my tea doesn't melt anymore before I can finish the glass. I set down my spoon on the table and watch the light fade on the grass. The green maple branches are turning to gold. The yellow wasp lingers along the back screen. I put away sandals before they grow cold and scrub every glass till it's shiny and clean. September is filling the garden with chill, where August was dancing and warm on the sill. It happened so slowly you hardly take note, till the porch lamp clicks on before 7. Our neighbor is stacking his birch firewood high, looking up at a violet heaven. I don't mind the summer that gathers its shoes to walk down the lane with no sound. It leaves us a cozy kitchen inside and bright amber leaves on the ground. 2 seashells resting by the butter dish, a soft pair of slippers to wear. The chill brings the quiet back into the house, and autumn arrives on the chair. A sudden thought broke through the afternoon hush. The porch screen rattled softly in a chill breeze. Outside the green lawn turns a dusty shade of gold. We left the iron garden chairs beneath the oak trees. The lingering heat of August slowly fades away. A single dry maple leaf hits the glass pane. The wooden floorboards hold the quiet of the year. The shadows stretch longer across the dining wall. A cool air wanders through the open corridor. Dark plum preserves sit cooling on the kitchen ledge, while wild geese fly past the pasture's western edge. We pack the woven summer quilts in wooden crates and watch the quiet garden close its heavy gates. The season slowly steps aside to let autumn in. The radio plays a low and vintage brass tune. Dust motes swim in the amber slanted light. I stack the tea mugs gently on the wooden tray. The birds are gathering earlier before the night. You left your straw hat beside the telephone. The garden soil smells damp and rich with falling earth. The wooden floorboards hold the quiet of the year. The shadows stretch longer across the dining wall. A cool air wanders through the open corridor. Dark plum preserves sit cooling on the kitchen ledge, while wild geese fly past the pasture's western edge. We pack the woven summer quilts in wooden crates and watch the quiet garden close its heavy gates. The season slowly steps aside to let autumn in. A wool scarf rests upon the hallway bench. The chimney soot drifts down the iron stove. What once was vibrant green now yields to russet red. We light a solitary lamp inside the cove. The lingering warmth gives way to crisp October air. A final dragonfly hums by the garden stone. Autumn settles where the summer used to stay. The house rests quiet as the dusk comes home. Of this armchair sink into the pine, a familiar gravity holding me right in place. I am riding back to 22 across a span of time, to the boy who thought August would never lose its grace. The yellow lawn turns crisp beneath an amber skyline, and the evening breeze brings a cool and quiet space. You were worried that the days would turn to dust, holding tight to every golden afternoon. Now the green yields to a dark and gentle rust, and the quiet air hums a softer tune. Put down your heavy coat before the porch light starts to fade. The September chill arrives to heal the heat that we both made. You do not need to fight the turning color of the tree, for autumn comes to settle every restless memory. The harvest moon will guide the swallows safely to the shore. simple peacefulness in store. The velvet cushion cradles every year I've grown to keep, while cicadas quiet down inside the orchard lane. You spent so many restless nights afraid to fall asleep, fearing winter's breath against the kitchen window pane. With warmth remains in woolen folds and tea left steep, and every passing season carries far more joy than pain. Listen to the shallow in the rustle of the leaves. There is beauty in the way a summer gently grieves. You were always running toward a distant promised land, when the sweetest gift was right inside your reaching hand. The chair holds still as shadows stretch across the hallway floor. Don't leave your sandals in the grass. The heat has slipped away at last. Autumn is here, my younger friend, and peace is waiting at the end. A dry broom scrapes against the concrete curb. The milk truck turns around our sleepy lane. You lean against the painted window frame and watch the dust rise up without a word. The street lamp clicks off right at 7:10, and summer packs its linen in a drawer. You left your canvas shoes beside the door, still dusted white from August by the bay. I brought 2 mugs of tea to clear the floor, as chilly breeze begins to blow away. We traded iced lemonade for spiced Earl Grey, while amber light slips softly through the screen. The maple leaves turn gold along our street, and heavy sweaters hide the bright routine. A cooler wind sweeps past the garden line to claim the porch where summer used to shine. You pull your woven cardigan around and point out how the shadows stretch so long. The swallows sitting high upon the wire have finished up their final parting song. The garden flowers bend toward the ground, yet sitting here with you feels safe and strong. Remember how we walked until the stars came out. We talked about the years that flew so fast. The seasons change their clothes without a doubt, but friendship is a comfort built to last. Now cello strings swell softly in the hall as autumn answers summer's gentle call. Put on your slippers, let the teapot boil. The evening air grows crisp along the lane. We watch the golden maple leaves uncoil and welcome in the quiet once again.
4 o'clock will strike on the cherry wood wall, and 50 years forward we'll watch the leaves fall. The last hum of August will fade from the street, while cool woolen slippers warm up our cold feet. The green garden hose will be coiled on the lawn. The noisy cicadas, long settled and gone. We'll watch the sky shift from a marigold glow to subtle plum shadows that lengthen below. We will pull down the blankets we folded in May and pour spiced dark cider at turn of the day, while golden oak leaf shapes drift over the floor. Warm summer slips quietly out through the door. The brass pendulum ticks in its steady slow grace as soft dusk settles down on your smiling old face. No sadness remains for the beach days behind, just quiet contentment that fills heart and mind. We don't need a chase after bright July heat, when autumn arrives with its rhythm so sweet. The cello strings hum in the heart of the home, where two gentle travelers no longer roam. 5 o'clock arrives with a chill in the air. We'll wrap up in plaid in the porch rocking chair. As summer steps out, autumn walks right on in. A painted white 7 on the kitchen clock rests, while August pulls back like a tide from the shore. I I close my eyes now and imagine us then, when 30 more autumns have walked through our door. Your hands will be softer, my hair will be gray, as summer's last warmth quietly slips away. The violins hum in the late afternoon, a gentle reminder that seasons change soon. We'll stand at this window with tea in our hands, watching golden leaves settle on silent lands. When October arrives in a distant new year, we will pull down the blankets and draw each other near. The yellow grass fades as the chilly winds call, and summer leaves quiet space, ready for fall. We'll smile at the porch where the swallows once flew, finding endless comfort in everything new. I picture the hallway with coats on the rack, a heavy wool cardigan pinned at your side. We won't mind the shadows that stretch down the hall, or how fast the daylight decides it must hide. The porch light will flicker, a warm golden ring, remembering laughter that lived in the spring. Time is a cello with one steady string, playing the passage of what fall will bring. No need to hurry or mourn for the sun, when a sweeter soft story has only begun. A painted white 7 glows calm on the wall. In 20 more years we will still love the fall. The summer departs as the cool breezes start, safe in the quiet we keep in our heart. Heavy one that presses deep into the woven rug, as I pull the desk drawer open with a slow, familiar tug. The porch doors stand open to an amber cooling breeze, and summer packs its emerald away among the trees. I'm writing to the boy who was so terrified of change, who thought a chilly afternoon made everything feel strange. You worried when the crickets stopped their late night summer song, believing every fading leaf was evidence of wrong. The garden yields its harvest when the afternoon grows dim, and golden leaves float softly on the quiet river brim. You do not lose the sunshine when the day For patience reaps a quieter grace across the sleeping field. So put your heavy burdens down and let the cool air in. This turn of year is not an end, but where you gentle down within. Remember how you held your breath when swallows flew away. You thought the world was hollowed out by every shorter day. I hold your 19 years right now inside my weathered hand, and wish that I could teach you what we finally understand. The chair bears all my resting weight, but I am standing light, watching copper maples gather on the hillside for the night. You wept because the garden rose was scattering its red, unaware of all the sweetness waiting further up ahead. The garden yields its harvest when the afternoon grows dim, and golden leaves float softly on the quiet river brim. You do not lose the sunshine when the days begin to yield, for patience reaps a quieter grace across the sleeping field. So put your heavy burdens down and let the cool air in. This turn of year is not an end, but where you gentle down within. It takes a long time living just to learn to love the chill, to see the quiet wisdom resting on a misty hill. The letter that I write to you is stamped in dried up time. Forgive yourself for growing old, it is a peaceful climb. The garden yields its harvest when the afternoon grows dim, and golden leaves float softly on the quiet river brim. You do not lose the sunshine when the days begin to yield, for patience reaps a quieter grace across the sleeping field. So put your heavy burdens down and let the cool air in. This turn of year is not an end, but where you gentle down within. The heavy chair stays anchored while the dust begins to fall. You survive the autumn after all. The sweater fits you well now. Rest your heart. Butter yellow rays filter through the trellis, turning every dusty leaf to soft ochre hue. An old man sat down and tipped his brown tweed cap, setting down a thermos that was painted muted blue. He looked up at the sky and gave a quiet nod, noticing how pale the afternoon had grown today. The heat is losing ground, he whispered softly. It packs its heavy bags around late August. I looked down at my shoes and felt the shift, a gentle chill that settled in the sawdust. He poured 2 paper cups of lukewarm tea, then pointed toward the maples on the lawn. A turning tide of rust along the branches, proving that the dog days now had gone. We drank in silence as the shadows lengthened, welcoming the crispness in the air. I have watched 50 Septembers from this corner. He smiled into his scarf of faded gray. The cicadas stopped their song right around now, and the amber light just gently slips away. I nodded as a dead leaf hit the asphalt, a tiny crisp reminder of the year. Summer never leaves with noisy drama. It simply bows its head and steps aside. A quiet stranger knows when seasons alter and opens up the gate where autumn hides. He poured 2 paper cups of lukewarm tea, then pointed toward the maples on the lawn. A turning tide of rust along the branches, proving that the dark days now had gone. We drank in silence as the shadows lengthened, welcoming the crispness in the air. The honeyed slant grew long across the walkway. He stood up slow and wished me a good afternoon. I tucked my sweater tight against the breeze and knew the frost would be here very soon. Coarse navy corduroy feels stiff today, pulled from the cedar chest where summer slept. The ridged weave catches on my fingertips, recalling 40 August we once kept. You wore this jacket on the boardwalk railing when evening breezes turn the tide away. The porch chairs sit draped in heavy canvas cloth, and shadow lines shorten on the wooden floor. A single turn of breeze begins to chill the glass, and sudden yellow leaves collect beside our door. I hold a threaded sleeve and hear the carnival band, while cool September winds replace the salt on my hand.
We walked through drying grass before the light grew cold, and traded summer promises for stories to be told. The seasonal shift arrives without a single sound, as quiet amber acorns drop upon the ground. Frayed cotton towels from the beach house drawer still hold the faint perfume of lotion pine. I smooth the wrinkles on the kitchen bench and pour a cup of tea to pass the time. The crickets slow their rhythm in the lawn as swallows gather on the wire above. We spent a lifetime watching seasons turn around, from barefoot shoreline walking to the frost-bound ground. I fold the linen shirts and stack them in a row, understanding why the summer had to go. The wool is resting gently on my lap. A cool wind turns the window frame to gray. Autumn takes its place beside the quiet hall. We keep the inner warmth another day. Bruised pears and damp cedar drifted through the screen door. Claire turned the brass handle with a steady hand. The porch light flickered off against the cooling shore, where August left its sandals in the garden sand. A sudden breeze carried wood smoke and river mud, calling back the shadows from the lower lawn. She stacked the wicker chairs against the wooden siding. The porch swing creaked once and settled into rest, no louder than a secret that the wind was hiding. October pulled its cardigan across her chest. The lemon trees retreated to the heated pantry floor. Old neighbor Thomas raked the copper leaves into a crest. A chill swept down the hallway where the sunlight stood before, and summer packed its linen shirts inside a cedar chest. Now golden quiet gathers in the hollows of the town, as gentle amber shadows pull the velvet curtain down. The orchard smell grew sharper in the early haze. She set a pewter kettle on the iron stove. The crickets sang their coda for the dogwood days, while sparrows left the branches in the birchwood grove. Her afternoon drifted softly into tea and toast, as yellow leaves spun circles on the damp highway. The lemon trees retreated to the heated pantry floor. Old
copper leaves into a crest. A chill swept down the hallway where the sunlight stood before, and summer packed its linen shirts inside a cedar chest. Now golden quiet gathers in the hollows of the town, as gentle amber shadows pull the velvet curtain down. Oh, no sudden tempest broke the gentle air, just quiet copper falling on the wooden stair. She watched the swallows vanish past the granary spire, and turned to lay the kindling for an evening fire. Damp pine and distant chimneys filled the lane. She drew the lace curtains close against the pane. September had departed without saying goodbye. A calm red harvest moon climbed up the evening sky. You said yesterday that afternoon shadows reached the white fence 20 minutes early. A forgotten garden hose coils in the grass, and the patio tiles feel cold through cotton socks. The yellow melon vines have turned to string, while a solitary robin tests the lower branch. The porch thermometer reads 62. The screen door swings without its summer creak. Small details stack up quietly in a row, showing where the August heat began to leak. A cedar leaf lands floating in the water bowl, while copper edges creep along the maple scroll. Cushions gather in a bedroom stack, and no one asks when humid days are coming back. The orchard air turns crisp and smells of pine, as quiet autumn steps across the boundary line. The clothesline holds just 2 heavy cardigan sleeves, drying beside a sack of dried hydrangea leaves. The neighbor parked his mower underneath the shed, and pulled a flannel shirt out painted deep in red. The ice cream truck has turned its tiny speakers down, leaving a softer rhythm for our sleeping town. The swimmer's towel hanging on the wooden rail has lost its brightness under evening hail. We trade the cold lemonade for cinnamon brew, and notice how the twilight turns a darker blue. You said yesterday the nights were getting long. The quiet porch agrees with every word. A single dry leaf scrapes along the stone. Summer leaves its coat and walks away alone. An old recollection snapped the quiet of the parlor. The blue velvet cushions held the chill of September air. Beyond the lace curtains, the green garden shed stood open, where rusted hedge clippers rested beside a wicker chair. A breeze moved the wallpaper, pale where the picture hung. The gold on the lawn grows longer each evening. The song of the cicadas is fading away. A wool tartan blanket replaces the linen sheet, and twilight arrives before 5 every day. Dry leaves roll softly across the flagstone patio floor, while chilly gusts rattle the brass on the kitchen door. The orchard grows cold where the heavy red apples drop down, and amber light settles over the quieted town. A forgotten straw basket sits empty upon the stone step. The porch lamp hums faintly as swallows fly south in a line. The copper tea kettle begins its low whistle inside, while shadows stretch long through the boughs of the yellow pine. The lawnmower rests in the shadow of stacked firewood logs. A thick bank of mist settles slow on the valley below. The season has shifted without any sound or alarm, and summer surrenders the fields that it used to know. The tea in the stoneware turns cold by the window pane. A single brown acorn drops down on the gravel track. We pull on our sweaters as dusk settles over the driveway. The long warm days are gone and won't be coming back. Why does the porch swing keep drifting without any breeze? I trace a loose thread on the hem of my cardigan sleeve. The neighbor's hydrangeas are turning to parchment and rust, and summer was here just a minute ago in the dust. I wonder if sparrows remember the warmth on the sand, or if they just follow the chill in the palm of my hand. The temperature has melted to quiet and still. A shadow creeps over the pine at the crest of the hill. I count every coat on the rack by the kitchen back door, noticing sunlight don't reach where it landed before. An old heavy quilt takes the place of the cotton today, while dry yellow leaves settle down where the neighborhood played. The marigolds wither as chill winds whistle a tune. Soft amber light cuts a path through the afternoon. I gather the lawn chairs and latch up the orchard back gate, knowing September arrived while I sat up till late. Did I leave the garden hose coiled in the tangle of weeds? My cup of dark tea holds a drift of tiny pine seeds. The swallows are gathering lines on the telephone wire. I catch myself thinking of logs for an evening fire. One slipper is under the chair, but the other is lost. I wonder how many more days till the grass turns to frost. A peach on the counter is soft with its velvety skin. The clock on the mantel ticks loud as the evening comes in. The summer was lovely, but summer was tired and slow. And autumn steps into the room with nowhere else to go. Where did the crickets go, singing their late July song? A brown leaf floats down where the lawn sprinkler used to belong. I pull the blinds down to the sill. The kettle starts singing, the air turns to still. Two seashells sitting by the butter dish are still holding on to July. I touch the smooth ridge with a quiet thumb and watch a pale crow flying by. The breeze coming in through the screen has lost all its heavy damp heat. The porch rug is dry and the lawnmower rests at the edge of our dead-end street. The ice in my tea doesn't melt anymore before I can finish the glass. I set down my spoon on the table and watch the light fade on the grass. The green maple branches are turning to gold. The yellow wasp lingers along the back screen. I put away sandals before they grow cold and scrub every glass till it's shiny and clean. September is filling the garden with chill, where August was dancing and warm on the sill. The linen shirt hanging behind the pantry door can go in the cedar trunk upstairs. I count out 4 apples I brought from the farm to peel for our simple night prayers. My knees feel the draft coming under the rug a little bit sooner this year. I pull the gray wool coat around my shoulders and smile at the peace staying here. The ice in my tea doesn't melt anymore. Before I can finish the glass, I set down my spoon on the table and watch the light fade on the grass. The green maple branches are turning to gold. The yellow wasp lingers along the back screen. I put away sandals before they grow cold and scrub every glass till it's shiny and clean. September is filling the garden with chill, where August was dancing and warm on the sill. It happened so slowly, you hardly take note, till the porch lamp clicks on before 7. Our neighbor is stacking his birch firewood high, looking up at a violet heaven. I don't mind the summer that gathers its shoes to walk down the lane with no sound. It leaves us a cozy kitchen inside and bright amber leaves on the ground. 2 seashells resting by the butter dish, a soft pair of slippers to wear. The chill brings the quiet back into the house, and autumn arrives on the chair. A sudden thought broke through the afternoon hush. The porch screen rattled softly in a chill breeze. Outside, the green lawn turns a dusty shade of gold. We left the iron garden chairs beneath the oak trees. The lingering heat of August slowly fades away. A single dry maple leaf hits the glass pane. The wooden floorboards hold the quiet of the year. The shadows stretch longer across the dining wall. A cool air wanders through the open corridor. Dark plum preserves sit cooling on the kitchen ledge, while wild geese fly past the pasture's western edge. We pack the woven summer quilts in wooden crates and watch the quiet garden close its heavy gates. The season slowly steps aside to let autumn in. The radio plays a low and vintage brass tune. Dust motes swim in the amber slanted light. I stack the tea mugs gently on the wooden tray. The birds are gathering earlier before the night. You left your straw hat beside the telephone. The garden soil smells damp and rich with falling earth. The wooden floorboards hold the quiet of the year. The shadows stretch longer across the dining wall. A cool air wanders through the open corridor. kitchen ledge, while wild geese fly past the pasture's western edge. We pack the woven summer quilts in wooden crates and watch the quiet garden close its heavy gates. The season slowly steps aside to let autumn in. A wool scarf rests upon the hallway bench. The chimney soot drifts down the iron stove. What once was vibrant green now yields to russet red. We light a solitary lamp inside the cove. The lingering warmth gives way to crisp October air. A final dragonfly hums by the garden stone. Autumn settles where the summer used to stay. The house rests quiet as the dusk comes home. Of this armchair sink into the pine, a familiar gravity holding me right in place. I am riding back to 22 across a span of time, to the boy who thought August would never lose its grace. The yellow lawn turns crisp beneath an amber skyline, and the evening breeze brings a cool and quiet space. You were worried that the days would turn to dust, holding tight to every golden afternoon. Now the green yields to a dark and gentle rust, and the quiet air hums a softer tune. Put down your heavy coat before the porch light starts to fade. The September chill arrives to heal the heat that we both made. You do not need to fight the turning color of the tree, for autumn comes to settle every restless memory. The harvest moon will guide the swallow safely to the shore, and you will learn to love the simple peacefulness in store. Velvet cushion cradles every year I've grown to keep, while cicadas quiet down inside the orchard lane. You spent so many restless nights afraid to fall asleep, fearing winter's breath against the kitchen window pane. But warmth remains in woolen folds and tea left steep, and every passing season carries far more joy than pain. Listen to the shallow in the rustle of the leaves. There is beauty in the way a summer gently grieves. You were always running toward a distant promised land, when the sweetest gift was right inside your reaching hand. The chair holds still as shadows stretch across the hallway floor. Don't leave your sandals in the grass. The heat has slipped away at last. Autumn is here, my younger friend, and peace is waiting at the end. A dry broom scrapes against the concrete curb. The milk truck turns around our sleepy lane. You lean against the painted window frame and watch the dust rise up without a word. The street lamp clicks off right at 7:10, and summer packs its linen in a drawer. You left your canvas shoes beside the door, still dusted white from August by the bay. I brought 2 mugs of tea to clear the floor as chilly breeze begins to blow away. We traded iced lemonade for spiced Earl Grey, while amber light slips softly through the screen. The maple leaves turn gold along our street, and heavy sweaters hide the bright routine. A cooler wind sweeps past the garden line to claim the porch where summer used to shine. You pull your woven cardigan around and point out how the shadows stretch so long. The swallows sitting high upon the wire have finished up their final parting song. The garden flowers bend toward the ground. Yet sitting here with you feels safe and strong. Remember how we walked until the stars came out. We talked about the years that flew so fast. The seasons change their clothes without a doubt, but friendship is a comfort built to last. Now cello strings swell softly in the hall as autumn answers summer's gentle call. Put on your slippers, let the teapot boil. The evening air grows crisp along the lane. We watch the golden maple leaves uncoil and welcome in the quiet once again. our cold feet. The green garden hose will be coiled on the lawn. The noisy cicadas, long settled and gone, we'll watch the sky shift from a marigold glow to subtle plum shadows that lengthen below. We will pull down the blankets we folded in May and pour spice dark cider at turn of the day, while golden oak leaf shapes drift over the floor. Warm summer slips quietly out through the door. The brass pendulum ticks in its steady slow grace. A soft dusk settles down on your smiling old face. No sadness remains for the beach days behind, just quiet contentment that fills heart and mind. We don't need a chase after bright July heat. When autumn arrives with its rhythm so sweet, the cello strings hum in the heart of the home, where two gentle travelers no longer roam. 5 o'clock arrives with a chill in the air. We'll wrap up in plaid in the porch rocking chair. As summer steps out, autumn walks right on in. A painted white 7 on the kitchen clock rests, while August pulls back like a tide from the shore. I close my eyes now and imagine us then, when 30 more autumns have walked through our door. Your hands will be softer, my hair will be gray, as summer's last warmth quietly slips away. The violins hum in the late afternoon, a gentle reminder that seasons change soon. We'll stand at this window with tea in our hands, watching golden leaves settle on silent lands. When October arrives in a distant new year, we will pull down the blankets and draw each other near. The yellow grass fades as the chilly winds call, and summer leaves quiet space ready for fall. We'll smile at the porch where the swallows once flew, finding endless comfort in everything new. I picture the hallway with coats on the rack, a heavy wool cardigan pinned at your side, We won't mind the shadows that stretch down the hall, or how fast the daylight decides it must hide. The porch light will flicker, a warm golden ring, remembering laughter that lived in the spring. Time is a cello with one steady string, playing the passage of what fall will bring. No need to hurry or mourn for the sun, when a sweeter soft story has only begun. A painted white 7 glows calm on the wall. In 20 more years we will still love the fall. The summer departs as the cool breezes start. Safe in the quiet we keep in our heart. Heavy one that presses deep into the woven rug, as I pull the desk drawer open with a slow, familiar tug. The porch doors stand open to an amber cooling breeze, and summer packs its emerald away among the trees. I'm writing to the boy who was so terrified of change, who thought a chilly afternoon made everything feel strange. You worried when the crickets stopped their late night summer song, believing every fading leaf was evidence of wrong. The garden yields its harvest when the afternoon grows dim, and golden leaves float softly on the quiet river brim. You do not lose the sunshine when the days begin to yield, for patience reaps a quieter grace across the sleeping field. So put your heavy burdens down and let the cool air in. This turn of year is not an end, but where you gentle down within. Remember how you held your breath when swallows flew away. You thought the world was hollowed out by every shorter day. I hold your 19 years right now inside my weathered hand, and wish that I could teach you what we finally understand. The chair bears all my resting weight, but I am standing light, watching copper maples gather on the hillside for the night. You wept because the garden rose was scattering its red, unaware of all the sweetness waiting further up ahead. The garden yields its harvest when the afternoon grows dim, and golden leaves float softly on the quiet river brim. You do not lose the sunshine when the days begin to yield, For patience reaps a quieter grace across the sleeping field. So put your heavy burdens down and let the cool air in. This turn of year is not an end, but where you gentle down within. It takes a long time living just to learn to love the chill, to see the quiet wisdom resting on a misty hill. The letter that I write to you is stamped in dried up time. Forgive yourself for growing old, it is a peaceful climb. The garden yields its harvest when the afternoon grows dim, and golden leaves float softly on the quiet river brim. You do not lose the sunshine when the days begin to yield, for patience reaps a quieter grace across the sleeping field. So put your heavy burdens down and let the cool air in. This turn of year is not an end, but where you gentle down within. The heavy chair stays anchored while the dust begins to fall. You survive the autumn after all. The sweater fits you well now. Rest your heart. Butter yellow rays filter through the trellis, turning every dusty leaf to soft ochre hue. An old man sat down and tipped his brown tweed cap, setting down a thermos that was painted muted blue. He looked up at the sky and gave a quiet nod, noticing how pale the afternoon had grown today. The heat is losing ground, he whispered softly. It packs its heavy bags around late August. I looked down at my shoes and felt the shift, a gentle chill that settled in the sawdust. He poured 2 paper cups of lukewarm tea, then pointed toward the maples on the lawn. A turning tide of rust along the branches, proving that the dog days now had gone. We drank in silence as the shadows lengthened, welcoming the crispness in the air. I have watched 50 Septembers from this corner. He smiled into his scarf of faded gray. The cicadas stopped their song right around now, and the amber light just gently slips away. I nodded as a dead leaf hit the asphalt, a tiny crisp reminder of the year. Summer never leaves with noisy drama. It simply bows its head and steps aside. A quiet stranger knows when seasons alter and opens up the gate where autumn hides. He poured 2 paper cups of lukewarm tea, then pointed toward the maples on the lawn. A turning tide rushed along the branches, proving that the dark days now had gone. We drank in silence as the shadows lengthened, welcoming the crispness in the air. The honeyed slant grew long across the walkway. He stood up slow and wished me a good afternoon. I tucked my sweater tight against the breeze and knew the frost would be here very soon.